Hi guys, welcome to my very first vlog. I am 2.5 weeks into this postpartum thing. 2.5 weeks ago, my daughter Sophia was born still. We had no idea until I was pushing that she was stillborn. We went into the hospital thinking we were going to come home with our daughter, and in fact, somewhere between Wednesday and Friday, July 26th, when she was born, I had a placental abruption and she passed away. We don't know when, we don't know how, we think we might know why, and we are still struggling, very much so. I was 38 weeks, 3 days with her, and it is still the most tragic thing that's ever happened in my life. I'm hoping that with this video log, I can inspire other people who have gone through this, who've gone through things that have happened in our past, to start with this vlog. And I think the first thing that I need to do is direct you guys to our blog, which is butterfliesblessings.blogspot.com. The link will be down below. There you will find our birth story through our doula's eyes, information just about stillbirth, and some other really cool things. So I think I want to start with a thank you to everyone who has been so supportive of our family. We have had meals coming every other day, which has been amazing because it's helping me to get back into our routine with still having that break and allowing me to focus on my family, which has been super needed. So thank you to our FRG and to the girls in my PWOC. Love you ladies, and you seriously don't know how much you mean to me. I also want to thank my friends who have been just amazing at asking me how I'm doing and talking to me, but also being real. I have friends who are pregnant right alongside me, and as hard as it is to not have your baby, it's so exciting to see them with theirs and to be able to remember that life goes on. And I know that's something that people struggle with, but I think because of our past, we've been able to really grip onto that, and hopefully that's something we can touch on later. I think one of the most helpful things postpartum to a stillbirth is to just remember that your baby is your baby. Here on earth or in heaven or wherever your religion tells you your baby is, that is still your baby. Their body is just a vessel, and their soul is yours. You created it and you carried it and you gave it life, and no matter how short that life was, and no matter who got to share that life with you, it doesn't stop when the heart stops beating. It goes on. One of the things we've tried to do is to make sure that we aren't holding on to objects in place of our daughter. And I'm struggling with this with her blanket. When she was born, we bathed and dressed her, and she had this fuzzy pink elephant blanket that we took to the hospital with us, and I wrapped her in it, and I've slept with it every night since we've come home. And I don't think that's ever gonna stop. At first, I was really possessive of it. I didn't want my boys to touch it. I didn't want it to fall on the ground. I didn't want it to get dirty. I didn't want it to have to be washed. And I think slowly I realized that I was treating that blanket as if it was her. It was hers, but it's not her, and it doesn't represent her. It comforted her, and that comforts me, so I want it to stay around so that I can remember that, but it's not her. The hospital also gave us a purple box. If you're interested to know what's in the purple box, again, you can find that information on our blog. We will probably be doing a video vlog on the contents of that at some point too. But the purple box slowly became kind of a sacred place for us, and we realized that we weren't using it properly. I would talk to her in her photos in that box as if she was there, and we would kiss her box. And as I slowly realized what I was doing, it kind of sunk in that I wasn't realizing that she was still everywhere. And I wasn't honoring the fact that I knew she was in heaven. I was almost making it seem like that box filled with her things was her, and it wasn't. So I slowly stopped going to her box to be with her, and I started praying and talking to her out in the open and just wherever I was in that moment. So anyway, what's been helpful is making sure that every morning I'm spending time with myself and with God and with Sophia. And I realize that seems hilarious and kind of out there, but it helps me to recenter my focus on my day and to know that I'm not without her in my day. Another really helpful thing is my cousin started a event on Facebook for people to do a random act of kindness in my daughter's honor on August 26th. The most amazing thing that happened out of her birth, other than the way that it happened, was that our nurse had just gone through the loss of her son in October, and they knew that he had something wrong with him through the pregnancy and he was not going to survive. But they chose to continue the pregnancy and have him and be blessed by their time with him. And having that nurse as my nurse made the brick wall that was in front of me that told me this was it, this was the end of everything, there's no way out, fall. And I don't know if she'll ever know how amazing she is. We're still in contact, which is awesome, and I hold her very dear to my heart because I don't know how I would have gone through that without having her there. Because of that, when we got home, things started to flood my head about other moms who've gone through this, and I realized I wanted to reach out and I wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure what it was. My cousin had that same feeling. She wanted to help. And the Random Act of Kindness event really helps me focus on all the good things that Sophia's done. I don't think that anyone can impact you more than your children. And my perspective has changed so much through this entire experience on life and my kids and my husband and my family and my friends. And as tragic as it is, and as much as I wish my daughter was here every day, and I miss her, I feel like God's hand has been in this every step of the way by the people who have surrounded me and who have done things to help me when I was down and help my husband and to help my kids. And it's just been so much love.